Hey, what's up, guild? I'm basically applying to, so I am filtered. That's my name on ENR, the realm I'm currently located on. I am a mage. Obviously, I hit things, make sure they die. That's basic information out of the way. World of Warcraft resume. I'm gonna get this out of the way quickly because I recorded this once and it's like a 15-minute video. I've played WoW for about 6 years. So yeah, I'm a 17-year-old high school student. I need to get that out of the way. So I've been playing for about 6 years. That means I was pretty young when I first started playing this game, and I was raiding in Burning Crusade. I played casually for a while. I raided in Burning Crusade. So I honestly don't know how old I was. I'm thinking 12, 13-ish, but that's a ballpark guess. I don't know the exact date when, TBC came out. Unfortunately, I should probably look that up, but I'm just trying to get this out of the way. And so I was young, and I was raiding. Not only was I raiding in the upper tier of players. I was clearing SSCTK, BT, and most of Sunwell. After nerf, all of Sunwell. There was limits to how young. I was pretty young. And then unfortunately, you'll hear me often refer to my first mage. My TBC mage when I was a young child was hacked and decimated due to the fact that I was such a young child. I didn't know how to take appropriate account security measures, nor was I that wise of a kid on the internet. I was kind of like, oh, no one can hurt me, I'm not dumb. Your account has been suspended, blah, 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 log in, no gear, characters deleted, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, I was a dumb kid. So I buy myself, a new account, new game, level up my character, Wrath Lich King hits, I hit raiding hard. I'm old enough to realize what I need to do, who I need to be, and who I am as a player. And I showed that throughout Wrath the Lich King. I was a hardcore raider in Naxxramas, hardcore raider in Ulduar, though unfortunately I didn't get many of the hard mode, later Ulduar hard mode done due to Season 6. I was very into PvP during Season 6, getting about 2200 with my 3s team, around there. I think 2200 was the shoulder requirement. I know I got my shoulders. So yeah, it was somewhere around there. And in TOC, I hit it even harder. I got burnout around this time because I had 3 characters, and 10-25-man lockout was separate, and because TOC was so short, you could run through both. I also ran the heroic version upon the full release, when everyone could do all the heroic bosses. Whew, let's just say, doing the same raid instance 12 times a week is not fun, and it burns anyone out. I don't care who you are, you do get a little bored after a while. And so I got burnt out when the first wing of ICC was released. I was really disappointed with it. It's the easiest wing. The ICC gets really good later on, but the first 3 bosses are kind of lackluster. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm confusing 4 bosses because gunship. I'll detail why I kind of get rid of gunship. But yeah, so I quit freshman year of high school. I do not play any World of Warcraft. During that time, I am playing Call of Duty. Now, I know many of you have mixed feelings towards that genre. Most of you PC guys hate it because it's a console-based game generally. I love it. I think the game is great. I think Modern Warfare 3 sucks, but I think all the other renditions are absolutely amazing. I played at the highest level, played in tournaments, community tournaments, game battles, era stuff, competed, always made sure my KDR was above 2.5. Always, the little anal stuff about that. And I loved it. And, so it's not like I totally took a break from gaming. I still stayed at the competitive edge. I was always doing my research. Which gun does what? Which gun's bullets drop off at this range, etc., And that's what I take pride in is my idol is Kripparrian. And my gaming idol, I should say. I really appreciate how much time he spends researching, spreadsheets. He's the theory crafting guy of the internet. He's that guy that's known for theory crafting. And that's what I strive to be. He's the guy who knows the numbers, who knows what he's talking about. I'm pretty sure during my height of playtime during Ulduar and TOC and Wrath, I could play any class for you without thinking twice. I could give you any information on any ability without thinking twice. No life is that or not. I was really proud of that fact. That's kind of my general attitude towards rating. But you know that I play that to all my games. So leading into sophomore year, I start playing a private server again. I remember I played this private server a long time ago, at the beginning of or at the end of Wrath, because I wanted to feel that adrenaline of beginning Wrath again. For those of you who don't know what private servers are, I know there's a few of you don't. Private servers are basically illegal servers played on a previous patch. Well, I'm not gonna. Yeah, servers played on a previous patch that Blizzard doesn't really condone, but they don't really persecute at the same time. So it's kind of just like, they're there, you can play them. And I played on a Wrath of the Lich King private server, which did not have ICC release for the longest time. So in that server, I was in the guild. I was in many guilds, but the highlight was a guild named Stop. We were the #1 guild on the server. We were Horde side. We were accredited. We had one of the first Lich King kills upon his release, which was big because he was released way after everything else. We had the Horde first Hallion kill. We also had one of the fastest ICC clear times. We were able to clear it in an absurd time. If I get the exact clear time, I'll get it to you guys one of these days, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. And we also had some of the most talented but just crazy players you will ever meet, and I honestly enjoyed my time. I made some really good friends that I still talk to now and play on retail with. So if you're looking for some solid players in addition to me, I can hook you guys up with 2 or 3 players that are pretty solid, but that's if you guys are interested, because I can always just search answer by myself. They're used to it. I started coming back to retail upon Dragon Soul release because I'm like, alright, Deathwing, I'm interested, let's go kill him. Dragon Soul was lackluster, to put it blunt, not even to put it bluntly, just sugar-coated, really. I was disappointed in Dragon Soul originally. I'm like, alright, I'm going to clear Dragon Soul normal, get a bunch of gear, go into heroics, get my heroic, spine kill, get heroic madness kill, and just be like, yeah, I'm a raider again. I honestly could not sit through Dragon Soul. I'm going to be completely honest. Dragon Soul was lackluster. I got bored a month and a half, 2 months in, and I quit again. I cleared Deathwing. Said, I'm waiting until Pandaria. Why? Why am I waiting until Pandaria? And why should someone like you, officer and or recruiter looking at this video, recruit a guy who gets burned out and has admitted to being burned out on two occasions, 2 important occasions? Well, let me tell you that it probably won't happen again, and by probably I mean it won't. I've done my research into Pandaria, and unfortunately I was not granted access into the beta, and so I don't know all the raid fights that are currently going to be released with Pandaria. The ones I've seen remind me a lot of Wrath. Don't ask me why, don't ask me how, I just get that nostalgic feeling. I really loved Wrath raiding, and I really loved Wrath PvP, and unfortunately I won't get Wrath PvP back. I've heard that Mr. Pandaria PvP is interesting. I'm gonna put that in that sense. I've also heard that Mr. Pandaria PvP is currently really imbalanced, but it's always imbalanced at the beginning of the expansion, a la Death Knights. Oh man. But I don't know, Mr. Pandaria really want to make me play this game again, and I'm pretty hyped for it. But why should you put me in your guild? I think that's the question I need to answer, because this is getting to be pretty long. I'm a player who strives to be his best. I strive to be my best in almost every department. Real life, games, my music, my personal hygiene. I try to really hard to keep that up. And generally, I do. I'm pretty proud of that fact. And especially when it comes to games, because I'm going to be honest, my physical aptitude is really low. I'm not very talented at sports. I play sports, but I'm not generally that good at them. And even though I try really hard, I practice a lot, it's just sports aren't my thing. But when I sit down and I open up World of Warcraft, Diablo, StarCraft, League of Legends, Dota, any of these games or MMOs or, MOBAs, I am good. And I can always be good because the people who put in time and effort will always be better than the people who aren't. I will always be better than, that one mage in your guild that shows up to raid and then logs off right away. I will always be better than that mage who simply, looks up the spec and then just rolls with it. When I got back to Cataclysm, mages had changed. Wrath focused mainly on crit. You stacked crit. I got like 60% crit. And it was ridiculous. Okay? During, 25-man raid buff, I got 65% crit. Insane amounts of crit and haste. I get to Cataclysm. Holy hell, I can barely get above 30% crit. What is this? Why? Blizzard nerf fire mages. Well, they did and they didn't. Fire mages have always been really high on the DPS list, mainly for the reason because mages should be that high. They're glass cannon. They're the epitome of I am PvE. Okay, and they changed some things. They changed combustion to a dot, and now combustion stacking haste for combustion and ignite and living bomb was beneficial. So haste had a higher priority than crit when I got back. What? I'm a fire mage. I'm not an arcane mage. I'm not a frost mage. But I embraced this and changed so fast, and my DPS went up so high that it looked like I'd been playing Cataclysm for a long time. And the other mages in the guild who said, oh yeah, we're just sticking with crit. We don't want to have to itemize, the soft haste cap, the point where it adds, an extra second to your dots, instead of going over that. We don't want to do that. That was in my guild. So with about half as much gear as them, I began out DPSing them, 1k, got some more gear, 2k, 3k, 4k, 5k, to the point where they were doing 25k, I'm doing, 37, 38, 39, 40k DPS, okay? And, it just kept increasing, and it's still increasing after these Pandaria changes. I can get about 45k, and my gear isn't that great, I'm gonna be honest, because I didn't do many heroics, like I said. I'm a player who embraces the fact that you need to change things to be good. I will always play top tier. I don't care. I like Arcane. I play Fire because it's the best PvE spec. I like Frost for I like Arcane for PvP too. I like Fire for PvP, but I'm playing Frost. Why? Because Frost is the best. I'm a player who realizes that I may not enjoy spec, but I need to play it to be the best. I need to play it so I can overachieve. And that type of mentality is what I think some guilds are lacking right now, especially since Cataclysm was boring. There's guilds who don't want to try, and I'm one of the guys who could sit there, lead a raid. I was raid leading at the age of 14, okay? Leading, a bunch of, punk 20-year-olds. That sounds funny, but you get me. And that's a really hard P. I apologize. I'm not using my microphone cover like I should be. But you get what I mean. I am a player who knows how to play, what to do, how to raid lead, how to recruit, how to advertise a guild, and how to progress. Progression is the biggest thing. I want my guild to be ambitious. I want them to say, we want to be the best. We want to go here, here, and here with our guild. We want to make sure our name is known on this server, not so much in the world, because to be honest, I can't dedicate 9 hours a day to raiding like I did during middle school and the freshman year of high school. But I want to be in a guild who is, it's hard to phrase. I don't want to say casual because then people get the wrong appearance of me. I want players who are laid back but know what they're doing when it comes to raiding. And that's really hard. I've only had that 3 times in my World of Warcraft career of about 6 years. So before I get too rambly, I'm going to end this. If you have any further questions, send me a PM. I know I didn't talk about much about my personal interests outside of World of Warcraft. If you guys are interested in those or anything else, please feel free to get in contact with me. I am Filtered, FILTERED on ENR. That's Filtered # 1867. That's my battle tag. If you wish to get in contact with me, please do. I am currently out of World of Warcraft subscription time. I won't be reactivating until the 20th, around there, so I can start prepping for, I'm trying to get Realm First level 90. So yeah, if you want to get in contact with me, send me a YouTube PM, Twitch TV PM at Ithril11, ITHRIL11. Links Clips 360 on YouTube, LINKS Clips 360 as an Xbox 360, or generally anywhere else. I may be on Diablo if you have my battle tag. But thank you for your time. I know this was a really long video. And to be honest, I think I'm just going to put a black screen and just upload this audio. Because generally I don't think you got the officers probably just want to listen to this in the background. Thanks again for watching this. Please consider my application. I am a incredible asset to your guild. Thanks. Have a nice day.